guys, it is Virgo season, and I want to give you something that you can use during this season, because we just had a new moon in the sign of Virgo, and you all know that new moons rules over new beginnings. But this new moon especially was like triple new beginning. First, the new moon was in the 0 degree, which is the first degree of the zodiac, ruling over new beginnings. Then we had aspects to Uranus, and Uranus was aspecting Pluto, so that kind of like doubles this new moon effect. And this all is coming right after a period of stagnation, right after Mercury was in retrograde. And now we will have the eclipse season very soon, so everything kind of like can be a bit chaotic. And so I want you to give you something that you can use during this time. So I had kind of like multiple realizations during this summer, and you know summer is ruled by Leo, and so I want to start with that Leo energy. So Leo in astrology is the 5th house axis, right? And it is in opposition to the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius. So Leo rules over the house, 5th house, which rules over joy, which rules over romances, but also which rules over hobbies, over self-expression, and over the ego. And then on the contrary, the 11th house rules over our long-term goals, okay? 5th house is short-time fun. 11th house is long-term goals. And as you can see, having those houses being in a position means that on the one hand, there's an opposite energy going on here, but on the other hand, those two houses, they're contemplating each other, okay? So basically what that means is that you have to listen to what brings you joy short term. You have to listen to what is in your heart, because the Leo rules over the heart, in order to gain long-term success, okay? All right, so when we are in summer, and when I say summer, I mean it a bit metaphorically. Like for some people, summer can be in a totally different season because they have a different 5th house. All right, so if you are in your summer, or if you feel like you are right now in a period of time where you simply are gaining experiences, let it be that way. If you are currently in a time where a lot of people are calling you and you want to go out and have fun, but on the other hand, you're like, no, I have to work, or I have to do this, and that. Let it be. Let yourself get out there. Let yourself listen to your heart and just do the things that you want to do. All right? Because this is the season of summer. This is Leo energy. Leo energy is about short-term fun. We need the 5th house. We need this short-term fun in order to even gain long-term success. All right. So what I want to say is that if you are in this Leo energy right now, if you feel like, oh my God, you are going outside a lot of people are calling or texting you, and you kind of like just experiencing the summer, but you feel so bad and guilty because you are not able to actually work on yourself. Remember, work is Virgo, and Virgo comes after Leo. So in order to be productive, Virgo, in order to be efficient, in order to actually work, you first have to live that summer. So a lot of people always say joy comes after the work. Okay, it's a saying in German which is like Lügen kommt nach der Arbeit or something like that. Okay, so joy comes after work, but in astrology, joys come before the work. Okay, so in order to be able to work, you have to feel joyful first. That doesn't mean that you have always to be joyful when you want to work on something, or you have always to be whatever, like disciplined or whatever. This is not the case for like always, for like the small days. I'm talking here about the bigger picture. If you never feel joy in your life, you will not be able to work productively. So you will need the summer in your life, okay? And not only during the summer, but it can be like a monthly thing. It can be even like a daily thing in order to actually be productive in the long term. So this Leo season is over now. We are in Virgo season now, all right? So you had your summer, you had the experiences. For some people more, for some less. For some people, the summer will begin just now in September. It really depends on your birth chart, but just like speaking metaphorically. When you made your experiences, all right, during Leo season. So now what should you do during that Virgo season? So as we know, Virgo comes after Leo, and Virgo rules over analyzing things. Virgo is a feminine, passive sign. So when we are up here, right, this is Leo, this is fire. Now what is happening is we are in the Virgo season, which is down there, okay? It's an energy which is not active. It's an energy which is passive. And it is also an energy which is cadent. You need to know that every zodiac sign has a modality, which means that every zodiac sign is either fixed, mutable, or cardinal. The cardinal signs are always like leading the beginning of a season. The fixed signs are the midst of the season. And the mutable signs are the bridge between two seasons. So during Leo, we had a fixed season. Fixed season always represents that you want to stay in that season. You don't want to get out of that season. You want to stay in there. So this is why we all want the summer to be so long, because it is a fixed sign, it is a fixed season. So we don't want to leave this fixed energy. Okay, but then there comes Virgo energy, and Virgo is the mutable energy. And now everything that you lived during the summer is going to be deconstructed. Why deconstructed? Because Virgo is a mutable sign. And now one thing about Virgos is, we all say that Virgo are always perfectionists, they are organized, they want everything to be perfect, and that is true to some extent, but we forget that Virgo is a mutable sign. I've ever seen a Virgo which is not clean, a Virgo which is not able to take their place clean? This is because they are living on their mutable side. Because Virgo is not about making things stay the same. Virgo is about deconstruction. Virgo is about destroying things. It's bridging things. It's changing the system. Virgo is criticizing the system. It is changing the system, and it is setting up a new plan. And now during Virgo season, you need to do that to your life. You need to think about what have you been doing this summer. You need to reflect what you have been doing during the summer, during the fixed season, in order to be able to lead the next cardinal season, which is going to be Libra season, starting in the end of September. So basically what this is about, it's about you right now being able to completely restart your life, completely deconstruct your life, and completely becoming a new person. Virgos are actually helping you to create a completely new life. This is why I've been saying during the new moon in Virgo, literally make a plan for your life. Set up a new plan, set up a new system for your life, make something which is more efficient, and use the Leo season to reflect upon that. And I'm telling you guys, Mercury is adding to that, because Mercury has been in retrograde the whole summer. So Mercury is the planet which rules over movement, over communication. It can also be related to work somehow, because it's about transaction and moving in general. And so when Mercury is retrograde, there's a period of stagnation, all right? So this retrograde actually meant for us to not be productive, to not be efficient, but to enjoy our summer, basically. Now, Virgo season wants us to be productive again, but in the way in which we have reflected upon our joys and upon our egos. And now what is more interesting when it comes to this combination is that Virgo wants to learn something out of Leo season. And Leo is the heart, the joy, the creativity. So Virgo needs to take that, okay? It means you are not creating separate from what you have experienced in your heart during the past weeks. You are creating, or you are using that inspiration in order to create, in order to be productive, in order to change your life. So you need to ask yourself, what gives me joy? I want you literally to take a piece of paper and write down, how is your current routine looking like? Because the Virgo rules over the routine. So how is your current routine looking like? And what can you change to make it more efficient, more productive? And really think about the small things, because Virgo is not the big picture. Virgo is the small things, the small details. Virgo is the things you oversee. Virgo is the foundation that you will simply not see because you do not care about that. So when you wake up in the morning and you are brushing your teeth, this is Virgo. Why is that Virgo? Because it is a small thing in your daily routine. It is part of your daily routine. So now, okay, your teeth are not Virgo, they are Saturn. But you brushing your teeth, you're doing that, you're applying that to your routine. This is Virgo. And those are the small things. Does anyone of us really thinks about like, oh, I have to wake up in the morning and brush my teeth? No, because this is already so implemented in our routine that we do this automatically. We don't even think about that. So what I want you to do is kind of like start to see those invisible energies of your everyday routine, and start thinking about like, how are they helping you to actually reach your full potential, to actually reach your long-term goals. In order to honor Virgo season, you need to make those things that are invisible visible again. All right, you have to change your routine and align it more to the person you actually want to become. And you have to start with small steps. I'm talking about small steps because Virgo rules over small things. The thing I implemented in my daily routines is playing chess. For some people, playing chess is just a side quest, okay? It's just something what you do when you're like, want to have fun or whatsoever. For me, it might seem like a side quest, but what is chess doing? Chess is helping me to be better at pattern recognitions. By being better at pattern recognitions, I'm going to become a better astrologer, right? So whatever I am doing in my routine, whatever I am changing is going to help me to become a better astrologer. So basically what I'm trying to say is that first you have to experience something that makes you joy in your life, and then you have to become productive about that. There has to be the cycle about like you experiencing something, living in the summer, and then you analyzing that, reevaluating that, and thinking, what can I take from that in order to become the long-term version I want to be for myself? How can I use that in order to become the long-term version I want to be of myself? And then you think about how can you align your daily routines to that, and I want you to think about the small invisible things. And this is how you can deconstruct your life and how you can change your life. Okay, it's not about always the big things. It's often about the small details that we oversee. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. You can, as always, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, book a reading if you want to, and kind of like write me in the comments what kind of astrology videos you want for me to see. In the end, I'm always listening on my intuition on what I want to produce, but I'm also always open for new requests. Bye-bye!